So how to answer a product metrics, product analytics kind of question? So these are the 5 tips to keep in mind. The first one is general, that applies across question, that you should ask clarifying question. Is this metrics about a particular aspect of product, particular feature, or the complete product? Is it about the global product or the product launches in particular geography? The second aspect is always to go broad and then go narrow. So don't just start with few set of metrics and then finalize it. That way you'll mostly land on obvious overused metrics which are not often useful or insightful. The third thing is how to brainstorm metrics. So one way to brainstorm is to step back and consider what's the business goal that you are tracking and what are the changes that helps and don't help with the business goal. For example, if you want to track adoption of a product, the mention in the news, media, these kind of changes are helpful. Of course, sign up is helpful. More resource consumption on the backend side, more database hits are helpful. Maybe there are other aspects that uninstall, negative ratings, and other are not helpful. So make sure that you make a note of these changes, and then the metrics are could be a rate of change of these metrics, like on a daily basis, how many more downloads you get or more reviews you get. So that's the second aspect, is come up with a list of metrics. Then the third thing I would say is finalize. So once you have the list, don't just present it. You have to narrow down to a few metrics. Generally, I would say that 3 metrics. You could say, one way to narrow down could be that is it easy to measure? Do you get benchmarks for these metrics? Will it be something that can be easily communicated and understood? When setting up these, narrowing down the metrics, also make sure that you have at least one guardrail metrics. So often when we do any changes, there are unwanted consequences. For example, let's say I launch a new way to sign up on the app. There could also be bot traffic that will be coming to the app. So how do I take into account that that is not happening? So maybe spam or user which are just signing up and not taking action. So I should be tracking that as a guardrail metric. Tip number 4 is to balance between different metrics type. So let's say you have one leading style metric, which is let's say sign up. Then you should also have one lagging metrics like revenue and others, so that you get a complete picture. Similarly, make sure that you have one guardrail metric. You should also have some metrics that can be easily benchmarked. For example, NRR and others, which are pretty helpful. So tip number 5, don't forget to mention some consideration and how to use this metric. So a couple of things that I'll mention here. First is false positive. So there are cases when your metrics is going up, but it's not helping. For example, let's say the number of users are going up, but most of them are bots traffic. So that is the case of the false positive. The second is benchmarking. So often the metrics are useful if you have good benchmarks. So for example, for any social media, DAU by MAU is a good measure of retention. You know that, okay, Facebook has around 50%, WhatsApp has a bit higher. How much, what's your metric for this? This can make it easy for you to compare, communicate to investor, your peer product manager. That's the second aspect. The third aspect is leading and lagging aspect. So there are some metrics, for example, signups or downloads, which are leading indicators that, yeah, you're getting that option. But will you make the revenue, which is the final number, is more of a lagging metric that will not directly shoot up. So make sure that you are using both leading and lagging metrics to present a cohesive picture. So these are the 5 tips for your next product metrics question.